What if one word could change your entire year? One word to guide your decisions, to shape your days, to lead you toward the person you've always wanted to become. That's the idea behind the one-word challenge. One word, 1 year, one future you, just waiting to be discovered. I've been looking for people to join me, to choose their word, to live with it, maybe even write a book about it. And while I was searching, I found these 9 characters instead. They weren't looking to grow. They weren't hoping to change. But they did choose. They chose words that felt safe, familiar, comforting, even clever. Words like analysis, someday, ladder, safe, crossroads, caution, dynamic, magic, and ready. Each one thought they were on the right path, but their word didn't move them forward. It held them in place. They're not bad people. They're not villains in the classic sense. They're just the ones who never asked, who do I want to become? I was going to explain them to you, but I think it's better if they speak for themselves. I introduce to you the 9 villains.
I'm overthinking Oliver, proud resident of the realm of chaos. Though to be clear, it's a very organized form of chaos. People think chaos is loud, messy, uncontrolled, but not for me. For me, chaos is where everything is possible, if you can just figure it all out. That's why I chose my one word, analysis. Others choose action, focus, energy, quick decisions, spontaneity, dangerous concepts. The one-word challenge, it wasn't about motion for me. It was about mastery. Most people think the problem is indecision, but I see it differently. The real problem is ignorance. Jumping in without thinking it through, that's a gamble. Me? I like probabilities, outcomes, certainty. It's not just about making the right move. It's about feeling safe enough to move at all. I believe better thinking leads to better living, even if it takes a little longer to get there. So I don't move fast. I move smart. If you're tired of guessing and ready to analyze, maybe analysis is your word too. If I can just figure it all out, I'll finally feel safe.
I'm Mañana Mateo. I call the realm of chaos home, but my chaos is quiet. It's the kind that looks like a lazy afternoon, a blank notebook, a sky full of potential. Some call it procrastination. I call it patience. My one word is someday. It's not avoidance. It's alignment. I wait until the moment feels just right, because why rush when tomorrow might be better? Most people think the problem is lack of action, but I see it differently. The real problem? Acting before you're ready. It's not about speed. It's about soul. I don't chase time. I let time find me. I trust the process, even if that process takes a little longer. And I believe tomorrow holds more space for brilliance than today ever could. If you've ever sighed with relief at the idea of a later start, maybe someday is your word too. Tomorrow has more potential than today ever will.
Hey, I'm Comparison Carl. I live in the realm of chaos not because I cause chaos, but because I'm always chasing order I can't quite catch. I look left, I look right, I tally, then I track. My one word is ladder. Life's a climb, and if you're not looking around, how do you know how high you've gone? I don't envy. I evaluate. People say, don't compare yourself to others. but I think they're scared of what they'll find if they do. Me? I want to know. Who's ahead? Who's behind? Who's doing it better and why? Most people think comparison is toxic, but I see it differently. Comparison is data. It's not jealousy. It's research. I don't want to be them. I just want to understand them. I'm not insecure. I'm motivated. If you've ever scrolled and thought, I could do that, probably better. Maybe latter is your word too. If I knew what they were doing, I'd be ahead too.
Hi, I'm Fearful Fiona, and I'm proud to live in the realm of comfort, not because I'm weak, but because I'm wise. I don't jump at every opportunity. I pause. I evaluate. I protect what matters. My one word is safe. Others leap. I anchor. They call it fear. I call it foresight. Most people think the problem is hesitation, but I see it differently. The real danger is diving in without a life vest. I don't want to be fearless. I want to be prepared. That's not weakness. That's survival. I'm not hiding. I'm choosing, and I choose not to fail. So I shrink. I wait. I stay quiet, not because I don't have dreams, but because I know dreams can be dangerous. If you've ever passed on something big, not because you didn't want it, but because you weren't sure you could survive it, maybe safe is your word too. If I don't try, I can't fail.
Wait. Oh, right. Hi, I'm Reluctant Ron. I live in the realm of comfort, which is funny because I've never felt truly comfortable, just less uncomfortable than change. They say the magic happens outside your comfort zone, but magic also brings risk, and risk brings regret. My one word is crossroads. I see the paths, I weigh the options, I wait, because once you choose, everything else disappears. Most people think the problem is fear, but I see it differently. The real problem is commitment. What if I pick wrong? What if I miss out? I'd rather stay here, where I still have every option and every excuse. I'm not lazy. I'm undecided. And isn't it better to stand still than to walk toward a mistake? If you've ever delayed because you didn't want to lose possibility, maybe crossroads is your word too. No decision means no regret.
Wait, we're recording now. Oh, we're live, right. I'm Procrastination Patty, and I make my home in the realm of comfort, the soft, cozy place between intention and action. They say procrastination is the thief of time, but I say it's the guardian of peace. My one word is caution. I don't rush. I don't leap. I consider. I wait. Because once you start, you risk not finishing. Most people think the problem is laziness, but I see it differently. The real problem is false starts, and I refuse to start until everything is perfectly aligned. The plan, the energy, the vibe. Until then, I wait. I'm not avoiding the work. I'm preparing for it, and if that preparation takes days, weeks, years, well, at least when I do begin, I'll be ready. If you've ever cleaned your entire house instead of starting your project, maybe caution is your word too. Later is safer than now.
Just a second. Almost done. There we go. Oh, we're on? Hey, I'm Distraction Danny. I live in the realm of control because chaos feels like the only option unless I manage it all. I don't sit still. I can't sit still. Stillness feels like failure. Movement? That's momentum. My one word is dynamic. I'm not scattered. I'm responsive. I've got tabs, timers, trackers, and to-do lists. And sure, I don't finish everything, but at least I'm doing something. Most people think the problem is overwhelm, but I see it differently. The real problem is boredom. If I stop moving, I have to face the silence. I don't want to go deep. I want to stay productive. Don't mistake my busyness for distraction. I'm keeping chaos at bay with motion. If you've ever refreshed your inbox just to feel control, maybe dynamic is your word too. Movement means I'm not failing.
Greetings to you. I'm Manifest Mira. I call the realm of control home. But let's be real. Control is an illusion. I used to chase clarity, try to plan it all out. But then I heard the quiet hum beneath the noise. And I realized maybe I didn't need to make it happen. Maybe I just needed to let it. My one word is manifest. I don't force, I flow, I don't hustle, I tune in. Most people think the problem is laziness, but I see it differently. The real problem is disconnection. Disconnected from self, from source, from something greater. So I stopped trying to control it all. And I started listening. I trust that what I want is already mine. If I can align with the version of me that already has it. If you've ever whispered to the universe and waited for a sign, maybe manifest is your word too. The universe had a plan. I just never asked it for directions.
I'm Perfectionist Pearl. I live in the realm of control, not because I want power, but because I'm terrified of what happens if I let go. Mistakes aren't just embarrassing, they're dangerous. So I polish, I plan, I perfect. My one word is control because control means safety. If I get it just right, they'll approve, they'll admire. Most people think the problem is overthinking, but I see it differently. The real problem is exposure. If it's flawless, I'm protected. If it's perfect, they can't see the cracks. I'd rather miss the moment than risk the mess. I don't chase perfection to impress others. I do it to avoid rejection. If you've ever over-edited something until the deadline passed, maybe control is your word, too. If it's flawless, I'm protected.
Wow. Your word is waiting. You've now met the 9, each with a reason, each with a story, each with a word. Because, yes, they did choose. They chose analysis, someday, ladder, safe, crossroads, caution, dynamic, magic, ready. Words that felt clever, comforting, familiar. But they didn't move them forward. They held them in place. They didn't write their story wrote them. But you still get to choose. The one-word challenge is simple. 1 word, 1 year, 1 chance to create a future you haven't lived yet. These 9, they were just the first to show up. They volunteered, and they did their best. But the story is not over, because soon we'll meet the ones who chose differently. The ones who picked words like clarity, courage, and confidence. The ones who didn't just choose a word, they became it. And maybe you will too. Choose your word, change your year. Begin the book only you can write. Come visit us at repossible.com/1 and answer the question, who will you be next?